Black Ink, 125th, Brooklyn, Atlanta, Orlando, Indianapolis, Houston, and now. Yeah. Black Ink Radio.
Welcome to the What It Takes show on Black Ink Radio, where we have a special guest in the building tonight. Goes by the name of General Hellrazor.
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, man. Don't let them know where to follow you at.
Oh, I just got my IG back popping. That's Hellrazor. So that's HAILLORDRAZOR on IG. All right.
Period.
Y'all go follow that man. Let me first start off by saying happy motherfucking New Year, man. Listen, man,
Indeed.
we appreciate everybody who's been rocking with us so far. Man, it's been an amazing road, man, just growing. So, you know, this is the first show of the year.
Really?
And we gonna get to the meat and potatoes.
All right. Drop a little knowledge
We
tonight.
gonna drop some knowledge. We gonna
Plug your mic in.
Plug it in.
Yeah, I don't know how it came out. But
Oh,
there you go. Now
there
you
we
here.
go.
Now you here.
Now I'm here, man. Let me start this thing over. Let me run this thing back, man.
Run it back.
Happy motherfucking New Year from motherfucking What It Takes on Black Ink Radio, man. We appreciate y'all been rocking with us thus far. It's been an amazing journey, man, you know, and we growing. You know, it's all about growth. You know, this the first show of the year, so we going to kick this off with the meat and potatoes. That's what I call, man.
Right.
It's a blessing to have you, man.
You too.
You're
Appreciate
amazing.
y'all.
I appreciate everything you've been doing, man.
I appreciate that.
So we going to jump right into it, man. Go and let them know where you're from.
Born and raised Chicago, South Chicago, Roseland, 112th and Wentworth.
Okay. Yeah, you know, I'm from the Midwest, man. I did my little research. I saw you was from the Wild Hunnets. You know, so I was like, okay, he from back home.
Yeah.
So this mean a whole lot. I ain't even have to. After I figured that out, I ain't got to do no more homework. It's some things I want to know.
Okay.
You know, because I'm sure we done stumped the same grounds before.
Yeah.
Once upon
absolutely.
a time.
Had to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go ahead and get into it, man. So you know, you've been digging into what I call you've been diving deep.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and
the rabbit hole.
Yeah. You've been doing your research. You've been digging in, and that's what I appreciate because to me, like I said, we missed out on so much. You know, and it is time to kind of go back and reprogram ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And I think it starts with people like you.
Yeah.
So what made you get into the religion exemptions and the identification cards and just you know reaching out trying to save people?
I just got tired of dealing with shit. Can we curse?
Go ahead.
I just got tired of dealing with shit personally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I just early in the game I realized there got to be something wrong with it. Something's not making sense.
Right.
You know, so I started digging, you know, and I got lost for a few years in the conspiracy theories that, you know, and that stressed me out for a while. Then I dug myself out of that and started actually, you know, focusing on some type of solution-based direction. You see what I mean?
Right.
I don't worry myself with anything other than that. You see what I mean?
Right.
I just personally believe there's always a way if there's a will, right?
Right.
So that's the whole thing. There's always, if they lock the front door, there's always a back door open. There's always a side door. There's always a window, something. You see what I mean? I don't take no for an answer. What happened the day we was at the airport? I had my little personal and I paid for the bag to what's the name. I had my personal and I had my suit bag, whatever.
Right.
Tried to charge me $90 to check to bring my suit bag on board.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bag.
I just looked at it. I just be looking at people sometimes.
Right.
And she said, "Go ahead."
Right.
You know.
That's all it takes.
Because
power.
You know it don't make sense.
Power.
You see what I mean? But if you go for it, they gonna get you every time.
Every time.
You know. So stuff like that. But it's as simple as that, or bigger than that. On a lot of different cases, I just play things on a case by case basis.
Right.
End of the day, I realized that there's a certain elements and areas of studies that need to be in everybody's curriculum in every household.
Correct.
Such as personal credit, business credit, law. I don't care if you going to school to be a paralegal, attorney, whatever. That doesn't matter. You still have to have some type of competence of law because they've been finessing us with the law from the very beginning. You know, that they so-called freed the so-called slaves. You know, now we're contractual slaves. You see what I mean? So it's a whole nother game right now. You know, so we're gonna beat them at their own game. You know, you want to hide something from a nigga, put it in the book.
Put it in the book, because we ain't finna read nothing.
That's why I go for my answers.
Right. And you know, I stumbled across some content, and I was really struck, and it really stuck to me. And you said something. It don't matter if you got the right tools. If you don't know how to utilize them or abuse them, it don't. It's not gonna help.
And that applies to a lot of things.
Right.
I see a lot of people in different industries and different things that have all the things around them, have the tools, have the resources, you know, but they just either misuse it, abuse it, or just don't use them at all. You see what I mean? And you know, that's how I feel. I'm in the area of consciousness. See, and consciousness can be tricky, you know, once we start to evolving and activating that third eye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That pineal gland.
You can get lost in that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, in that journey trying to find self, you can lose self. You know what I'm saying? In that journey, because it's a dark hole. Because it's you know, at first you're alone until you start finding people with that common interest. When you first start cracking these codes and stuff like that, the first people you go to, you know, it is your family and friends. These are the people can be like, what the fuck?
What? You crazy. Boy, you crazy.
Well, you know we been raised like
what the hell you talking about?
Here you go with that shit again.
Right, conspiracy theory.
So I had to go 10 years of that, dealing with that. And now I'm the person that, hey, you know, I don't even say anything anymore. It's like, I don't, because I realize I don't have time to get people to understand what, you know what I'm saying? We too far behind. So my objective is, hey, I get what I need to. Only person need to understand the mission is me. You see what I mean?
Right.
You know, but I have to spend the majority of my time and energy doing application, applying the things, the information, the knowledge, and the wisdom that I'm acquiring.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Right.
I ain't got time to get you to get it or understand and figure out. Like I don't. Now, if you happen to do, I look at it like a track race. You know what I'm saying? If we on the same track, hey, you running the same speed. When I look over, you're gonna be there. When I look over, you're gonna be there. You see me?
That's right.
If I look over, you're not there. Catch me when I take my break.
Exactly.
You know. Exactly. But I'm back on to the races. You see what I mean?
Right.
You know. So.
And see, people start to lean more towards the light. I'm gonna call it the light, because I think at the end of the day, that's what it is. You know, we've been just buried in traditional ways, and you know, just covered up with all the lies and stuff. So, you know what I'm saying, when they begin to tap in, you know what I'm saying, it can be very uplifting. You know what I'm saying? So let me ask you this. So like, did you get caught in the system as to why you started to feel like stuff wasn't right? Or was it just like street life?
Everything is a matrix.
Right.
You know, they said in the matrix, like, if they're not one of us, they're one of them.
Yeah.
You know, look, everybody, we have children of the matrix. We have agents of the matrix. You know, this could be family and friends, right? True. You know, until they unplug. You see what I mean? They could be a liability to the mission. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but yeah, it was related to that, but more so related to, I literally, you know, constantly was dealing with legal issues, dealing with, you know, the harassment with police officers. I used to couldn't leave out the house without consciously having bond money on me, that type of stuff. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Because that's what kind of made me start to lean towards, you know, just doing my research, because I got in the system and I realized I realized we wasn't created equal. Mm-hmm. I realized that, you know, I had a case, somebody else had a case, because they was in the military. Our case was the same, but she got the leeway. Mm-hmm. So it started to really just like, yo, I gotta, you know, take a step back and just really just dig into what's really going on.
Exactly.
So that's kind of what, you know, that's why when I plugged into you, I really got very, very interested, because I kind of been tapping into that already. Because I had a partner that, you know, he was identifying himself as a Moor. So he had, you know, one of those cards on him. So we was kind of talking about this like 5-6 years ago. So to see somebody else kind of tapping into the same thing, to me is a blessing. Yeah. Man, you know, it's appreciated.
Yeah, appreciate it.
But let me ask you this. So where did you get Hellrazor from?
Razor started in the beginning. That originated as like a street name.
Okay.
And then with affiliation with music, because that's part of my my soul connection is music. So then Hellrazor came maybe 10 years after that. Then I had different companies too. And I had Razor Sharp Models, Razor Sharp Designs and Media. Okay. It was Razor Sharp at first. Then it became Hellrazor came about when I got into the conscious community. Okay. Because I first got attacked because I was going against a lot of the information that people was putting out there that was misleading us. Right. Because we're in a world that people are seeking now. Right. It wasn't like when I first started. Wasn't nobody trying to hear none of that. Now everybody's a guru woke. Now.
Everybody woke.
You see what I mean?
Everybody meditating.
So I had to so that's a good thing and a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? So people.
Why you say it's a bad thing?
Because it's a good thing to have unlimited access to information. Yeah. But it's a bad thing to have unlimited access to information because now. Especially if it's not properly, the information not properly being understood, or delivered or taught, right. So there's a lot of misinterpretation and misguidance or manipulation with information because people, a lot of the people have realized that there's a money funnel with the ignorance of the people. Meaning that it's a lot of money in ignorance. Right. Yeah. So you got people that's gonna sell you these bullshit ass packages and. All these
set you up for failure.
You see what I mean? And people don't know no better because these guys are brilliant salesmen. They speak perfectly. They have the smile. I always tell people to watch people that's always smiling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially a man. To me personally, you know what I'm saying? Right. Me, it's like my shit real. Like I come from a real place. I stay in a real place. So I'm always in a certain mode or a zone. I'm not upset. I'm positive. But it's more of like a dormant, neutral type of stance or whatever like that. Not the guy like. I'm not gonna be like I'm not that. You know what I'm saying? Because the reality of the situation is not funny, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So my first approach any marketing tactic, if anything, is that I'm the first person to tell you like to be the reality check. Right. You see what I mean?
Right. Don't be the yes man.
I'm gonna be the reality check. Now that might limit followers. That might limit sales because. He's saying that, hey, all we gotta do is do this, do that. Give him this, give him that. Okay, what's gonna happen? They're gonna go over there and pay this and do this, waste time, energy. Then they learn from experience that, oh damn, this is a bunch of bullshit and waste of time. And I still been building, boom, still building, boom, boom. Ain't switching nothing because I know what needs to be done. You see what I mean? Right. As far as structure wise, you see what I mean? What's gonna happen? They're gonna come right back home. They're gonna come right back home.
When they start to see that, the things that we've been taught don't make any sense. That's why we to a point where we seeking because it's starting to become an eye opener. You know what I'm saying? So that's amazing. I love the fact that we're actually going through that transition. And a lot of black people are just trying to tap in because a lot of us don't care. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't even. We just want to hit the club and party.
But that's the reaction of worldwide circumstances, right? Like pandemics hit, all this stuff. Like, so people look. Fear is amazing. I love it. Right? Because now, see, everybody want to be saved, right? Some type of way, form, of fashion, psychologically, right? So it's like majority of people are always going to seek something outside of themselves to save them, right? So that's the beautiful thing because it kind of when certain things happen, I kind of was like. Well, at least y'all realize it ain't the game, right? You know what I'm saying? Right. Now y'all listening. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. So that's the good thing about world chaos and stuff like that. Right. But it is what it is.
Yeah. They're gonna continue to run the games. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna continue to come with the vaccines. Mm-hmm. Just like the monkeypox. I don't even know what happened to the monkeypox. They screamed monkeypox and that was about 2 weeks. I guess he diagnosed himself and got on up out of here.
Chickenpox.
I mean, that was crazy. That was fucking
pox.
Crazy.
Who the fuck knows? You know what I'm saying? It's always some pox going on. But it's always a game inside the game. Like I said, once again, fear tactics. You see what I mean? Yeah. It's always and they present something to you as if it's an obligation, but it's actually a choice. But they try to put you in a situation that obligates you to it. You see what I mean? Like, I gotta
to scare you to it. It was so many people. And I was like, man, y'all supposed to be Christians. Why y'all so scared to die? y'all running to the vaccine. You know, like I was just like I couldn't go for it. I'm sorry.
But it's taught in the Christian faith and most religions to fear.
Right.
So that's where that comes from.
Right.
You know, so we got to understand the matrix and everything. You know what I'm saying? There's good to. I see good in in most things.
Yeah.
There's a good in it.
It is good.
But the secret is you have to be able to go into these doors, get the truth, get the facts, and get out.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
but you only know that if you got certain experience in different rooms. Like I had to go through, starting Christianity, the mosque with the Muslims. I had to go through the Scientology org. I had to go through all these different religions. My mother used to take me to different types of churches and stuff that, forcing me to get these experiences, and then allowing me to choose X, Y, Z, X, Y, Z.
Exactly.
Then that's when I realized it's like,
I mean, got truth in it.
Nobody can say absolute truth it lies in one particular thing. It's impossible, especially if a man has something to do with it. You see what I mean? Because a man gonna use that tool for manipulation. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
It might be 90% facts in it, but the 10% is gonna be the matrix that doesn't allow you to grow within that area. You see what I mean?
Right.
Like evolve. No, I haven't seen any religious doctrine that actually shows the person the power and importance of becoming closer to self. The closer whoever seen the movie with Jet Li, the one.
Of course.
Okay. The whole objective was he was traveling multiple dimensions, trying to find himself.
Yeah.
Because we exist in multiple dimensions.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
I believe that.
And he had these intergalactic police that was trying to stop him. Like, oh no, don't do that. No. Like, why are you trying to stop me from finding me?
Right.
From capturing me? Because why? Because like, well, don't you know you can die? He said, also, isn't it possible that I could become a god? You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So that means so metaphysically that means the closer I get to self, the closer I get to God. Right. So you see what I mean?
Because we are gods. We from a God, so that means we God.
They teach you truth, but they also teach you that you got to go outside of yourself to get your truth.
Nah,
you know.
Nah.
So
hey, question. So you ever saw Interstellar?
Interstellar.
Yeah, it came out in 2012. Go just watch it.
Gotta watch that.
And then maybe I could get with you later and see what you think about that.
Oh, I love doing metaphysical breakdowns on the movies.
Bro, listen, it's about the different dimensions.
Okay.
You feel me? And you just gotta watch it, because if I say anything, I'm gonna give it away.
Okay.
Anything. I can't say anything.
Okay.
About
I'm watching
movie.
that tonight.
That shit is deep. It came out in 2012, and for them to be where they was at, and in 2012 with this, and it's crazy. It's with the dude, what's Matthew McConaughey, whatever his name is.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Matthew.
I gotta see him. See him.
Yeah,
I'm put it in my notepad for sure.
Interstellar, watch that. It's really deep as far as that goes, and interdimensional travel and stuff like that.
Okay.
Which is really real.
Oh yeah.
So you really probably, since you weren't in the church, like I was raised in the church, and I went from Baptist to Pentecostal to spiritual warfare to running up out of there learning about me first, because a lot of that stuff you can't even deal with until you know you.
Right.
So they want to teach all that, because we learned about dimensions in our spiritual warfare classes.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people don't. You need to know you before you start dealing with all that.
It's actually dangerous. I've seen people go in certain rooms, especially powerful organizations like the Scientologists. You see what I mean? They literally put you in this small room, like on the movie Get Out, and they do this auditing. That's when you come to a clear. Yeah. So they take you to your earliest point of pain. You know what I'm saying? Could have been birth or whatever. You relive it over and over again until you come to a clear, and that's how you kind of able to move past and grow past that. But most people don't make it out of that process. You see what I mean? So I did stuff like that to challenge self, to make sure I got myself together. So. Right. I can go any room, it doesn't matter, because I know who I am. You see what I mean? Exactly. And I can go in and take. Look, this Church of Scientology has over 100 books. Don't you know how most religions have one book? They're known for having a wealth of knowledge. That's why you got the all different types of religions, like the Muslims. They go there to teach their members and stuff like that. They send them there to get educated on certain things. That's what they're known for. Right. That's why Oprah and them was involved in this stuff. A lot of the rich celebrities and stuff. Right. But the key is that you get our knowledge, they don't want you to leave. people was coming up missing, all type of shit.
Oh wow.
You saying they don't want you to come in and just leave up out of there with that information.
Right,
so
right.
I was able to dip in, dip out, and then find all the books online.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
That's how I am.
You know, but it just but you got to be able to do that though. You know, I find it. I mean. I look forward. I love the spiritual challenges.
Oh
you know
yeah.
You know, I don't care if a person's a warlock or whatever. You know, people are like, oh, be careful over there.
Oh yeah. I'm headed. I'm headed over there.
My thing, I tell people like once you become God within yourself,
right?
Or the goddess within you, and you've actually seen yourself in that, and you felt your power and energy.
Can't nothing stop you.
I just don't nobody want no smoke
you
on
go
that
in the
level.
dark places.
You know what I'm saying? So,
and
that's when anything, like when life start happening, it could be bills, it could be whatever. You see what I mean? When things become unbearable on this fourth dimension, you gotta bring things to that fifth dimension, to that higher dimension, and deal with it there. When you deal with it there, you literally can deal with it there, and then it works itself
like
out here. You know what I'm saying?
You got to kill a bill up there.
100%.
I'm going to pay that bill, and it paid.
100%.
Yeah.
Because you know what it's trying to do to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, because they attach this monetary currency system to our energy, which is attached to our spirit and everything else that we manifest
which
around
kill the
us.
shit out of us.
You know?
Because stress is like the #1 killer, man. Bills, let's top them off with bills. Because we ain't even have to have no bills.
Look at that. That right there is the biggest control. One of the biggest.
Time.
The time.
That clock.
The time.
I just wrote something
time.
about
You know what I'm saying?
It's an illusion.
Like we gave y'all, we gave y'all 24 hours.
Yeah.
All right, you get your ass up, and majority of those hours you gotta get that shit to us.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hopefully you just work 8 hours.
I just posted on my Facebook page. Time is not the problem. We are the problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
You got to get with it because you keep looking at that time.
We got to break the clock.
Right.
Yeah.
So some of my friends get mad when they come to my house and they forget I don't got batteries in my clock.
Yeah.
In my clock.
My friend like that
I'm like,
too.
no, just for decoration.
You go to her house and none of her clocks work. She's like, time is an illusion. I look at the numbers.
I'm on my time.
She try to catch 444 and 333 on
and
that.
It feels good to be on
my watch don't work. I never change the battery. I just don't care. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like this, like I got to be on time for this and stuff like that. You know, but sometimes you got to entertain time. You know what I'm saying? But I never. That's why regular employment never worked out for me.
God.
I've worked so many jobs, and every second of every job, I was always working my way out. I was there physically, but mentally, I'm
only here for a season.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm here for a season.
And I'm gonna be one of the best while I'm here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But I'm up out of this jam.
You
I can't.
sound just like me.
I can't do jobs because my thing is, for me, the more I do, the more I need.
Yeah.
That's right.
You can't tell me that I'm gonna get 15 an hour because I'm gonna give you. I'm not. You ain't gonna get shit from me.
And then I can't even settle for
I
this
worked a 9 to 5.
115.
Listen, I'm 43 and I only worked a 9 to 5 for 3 years.
Right.
And I gave everybody in that place. I was in the hospital. I gave them. They used to love seeing me because I wasn't doing shit. For that $17 an hour, I'm walking people that get me out of here because people gonna die. I'm taking their bloods upstairs. I'm walking as slow as possible because I ain't trying to get back to the floor. Because you gonna pay me the same. If I get there fast or slow, you gonna pay me the same shit.
Right.
That's not for me, so I get it, and I understand what you're saying because at the end of the day, things is gonna happen in this time.
Right.
I could rush as much as I want to be here on time.
Right.
If the universe don't want me to get here at 7 o'clock, I ain't gonna get here. I'm gonna actually hurt myself trying to get here.
Yeah.
I might as well take my time and get here when I get here, and it's either it's gonna happen or it's not. Because if it wasn't meant to happen, then it wasn't meant to happen.
It ain't gonna happen.
That's
You understand what I'm
stuff
saying?
there. That's real there because.
And to that point, a lot of people work 9 to 5, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
This brother, I done seen him work 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. I'm calling him in the morning. I'm up in the morning. I'm just getting off. What's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, I'm just going to sleep. You know.
But that's how they say you leave a 9 to 5 to work a 24/7.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Because you're gonna put in as much work as you can to get out as much as you can.
But it's way more money. It's way more money per hour, though.
Exactly.
It's way more money per hour.
I realized when they came up with the concept of paying somebody per hour, you know, like
Slavery.
I'm also like a serial entrepreneur, right? So I had to learn all these things. You see what I mean? Like the concept of time, controlling time, managing time, leveraging time. You know, time is everything. They say time is money. So it's like if you go look back at the scope when you did work a job, it's like, damn, I would have never made it out to do. It's impossible.
Real,
you know, it's literally impossible. It don't matter. And they say the concept of overtime.
Right.
You work overtime for a couple of extra dollars. It's gonna be double taxed. You make double money, get double taxed.
Lose.
It's and then when you get, most people don't have the strength and energy and drive to work. Now, even when I was working at the Ford plant, which is, you know, one of the biggest slave houses, you see what I mean?
You said Ford.
Same motion, 12 hours.
Who they want you to be a robot?
If you work 12-hour shifts, so that's literally at least 14 hours a day, because it's an hour preparation before you get there, an hour getting back, right? So psychologically, most people don't have the strength to do that, do those shifts, come home and I'm coming straight home and getting right back on my computer, right back in the lab. That's been me forever. You know that's the only way I was able to work myself out of that. And then a miracle happened and I got fired one day. I can tell y'all what happened. My last job, I'm sitting in the stall, because I used to go in the stall and go to sleep for like 15 minutes real quick. You know what I'm saying?
Why you doing all the stuff I did?
You know, yeah, I take a million breaks or whatever like that. Then I'm just on the phone. I'm probably talking to bro or our other brother, and I'm just talking shit like blah blah. I guess the manager heard me, and I left up out of there. He was just sitting there. He was like, "Go home." I'm like, I say,
it's over.
He was in there doing number 2.
You.
Well,
that's crazy.
Right.
I want to backpedal a little bit, because, you know, sometimes I feel like the audience can miss things. You feel what I'm saying? When you said about dealing with things in the 5th dimension, right? I want to know, like, how can you explain?
I'll give you a real example.
So,
I do this most of the time, and more dealing with people, because I think it's it could be a liability. A person could be a liability to you. Don't you know how you meet somebody? Like we from the same area, right? Don't you know how you meet somebody that's not really, you know what I'm saying? But and you can tell that they can't, like, I don't have to know the full story to get certain elements.
To know what's up, right?
You see what I mean?
Right.
It's something that, but some people that didn't have, that's why I tell people experience is everything.
Right.
You can read 1 million books about a certain topic. If you don't have experience in application and know, you still can't fuck with, you know what I'm saying?
You
don't
so, you know what I'm saying? So you don't even know where it applies yet. So if I see somebody, if I allow somebody close to me, right, doing this, especially doing this mission, which is only very few, you know what I'm saying? So it's like that person, people become snakes, sharks, all type of shit.
Right.
Some people don't know. Some people don't know what not to do. Right. Because they're based on their experience, they're used to doing shit and not being held accountable. Right. And they don't know, like, if you cross that line with me, it's gonna be a problem. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. I've never been like the person that, like, oh, we at work, I ain't on that. It don't matter. I'm the most politically incorrect person. I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if you cross that one line, like that morality and trust and loyalty and stuff like that, it's gonna be a problem. So I would separate myself. So I would envision enacting certain things, because I envision a person doing a particular thing, and I'll run through the whole script. You know what I'm saying? I'll reenact. I'll do the whole thing up there, and then I'll come back, and then I'll separate myself from them. You see what I mean?
Right.
And
I do that.
So you'll
beat
him up in your mind.
Hey, no. I get what he's saying, kinda. But I get what he's saying. I done had whole conversations with people in my mind on how it's gonna go.
Yeah.
And then when I got to them, it's like we didn't even have to go there.
Right. We didn't,
because I went there already.
Yeah.
Right.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. You can shift the
That's
whole
kind of crazy. The whole energy of it.
If you going somewhere, if you on your way somewhere, right? That you on, you like, so just in case, based on your experience in life, you already have to be in preparation for a particular possibility, because you have to, because your caution is your greatest, protection. You see what I mean? Yeah. So you're playing the whole scenario, and now some people do this different. Some people, like, some of my people be like, they just carry like a negative energy. Like, they come in like, see me, no, I'm be lax. I'm be cool. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But not knowing I just played the whole scenario.
Yeah, once I did it, I'm good.
You know, if we got, say you ever rode in the car with somebody, I can count how many people I've drove in the car with, because that's kind of giving away some power too. Mm-hmm. Like, then I realized I was in the back seat one day. I'm like, damn. I looked at my girl at the time, like, we're in the back seat, and we had these two other individuals that, you know, they can be iffy sometimes. It's a little late. It's a little going in foreign areas. Like, so just in case, I'm automatically visualizing this motherfucking string going around this motherfucker's throat. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy. I do that.
You know,
I do that.
But you never gonna peep that though because I'm be cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's all in the mind.
And just because literally, honestly, I really believe, I know you can shift, a person could have intentions, but something could happen in that based upon you already playing the movie out. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
What's happening is, to be 200% real with you, what's happening is we all communicate through the mind.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So when you going through that, because I've seen it happen with me, when I know a nigga had intentions, and when I play it out in my mind, they shit switch because once I start playing out my mind, you start playing out your mind.
Exactly.
This nigga ain't for the shit that I'm about to try.
Exactly.
Because in my mind, I'm putting something in you already, nigga. Like, I'm already. Nigga, I done imagine you doing this. I done did that. We done did this, and now I'm waiting for it to happen.
Yeah.
5 steps.
And you in your mind done heard me.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Heard you.
So it's like they're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
They got me. Then they try to switch it up.
That's why partner left. That's why in the airport, when you said that shit in the airport, I swear to everything I love, bro, that same shit happened to me. The same shit happened to me where I looked at somebody and I wasn't, and I swear to God, may God strike me dead if I'm lying right now. I was in the airport too, right? Mm-hmm. Same shit. I had a bullet in my bag and I didn't know. Mm-hmm. I was in the club the night before. And basically, you know what I'm saying, I just traveled out and I basically took the pants I had. Oh, I got it. Hold on. I took the pants. I just had to get gate. But anyway, I took the pants that I had and I put it in the bag, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't know that when I went to the club, I let them hold my gun. Mm. And then he took one out the head and I keep telling him, stop doing that.
Right.
You feel me? So when he gave it back to me, I was drunk, tried to put it back in the head. I put it backwards, to put the bullet backwards in the clip, and it didn't work. So then I took it out and put it in my pocket. Now I'm in the airport a couple hours later, right. And the lady, my bag goes to the other side. So what the fuck it go to the other side for? So the lady put the bag down, right? And she was like, she said, ain't nothing in here? And then she said, there's a bullet in your bag. I swear to God, I just looked at her. Not because I, felt like you ain't gonna do nothing. Right. I was shocked. Mm-hmm. But I'm just looking at her like, nah, you lying. Mm-hmm. She was like, no, and I'm just looking at her like, she held the shit in her hand. She was like, get out of here. And I was like, I said, thank you. I grabbed my bag and left. Yo, so much shit went through my brain in a few seconds because I'm like, why the fuck would I have a bullet in my bag? Like, you know what I'm saying? Right. You go to jail for that.
Right.
She just looked,
go to jail for that?
What?
Yeah.
I went through the checkpoint with a bullet in my bag. You go to jail.
But not a gun? What
a fucking bullet. You're going to jail. I don't care.
So you
I don't know what it is.
To kill somebody.
They say ammunition, all of that. You going to jail for that shit.
Oh, yeah, okay.
That lady looked at me. I looked at her. I did, listen, I ain't know what to say, but guess what? I kept my cool. I'm just looking at her.
Yeah, and she read it. See, language is everything. Language is not... The biggest language is energy transfer. Right. You see what I mean? Absolutely. So it's like he had to speak with her on the spiritual level as the person.
I can't do this
right now. Because she knew he didn't know.
Not as the agent.
Not even that. It's just more
she's
so.
The agent.
Yeah.
She could have been like Shorty at the airport was a super agent right here. Like the other girl, she was like, you gonna charge him for that? She asked like, you gonna charge him for that? And she was like, yeah, because I looked at her like. She said, go ahead. I'm like, I'm in this bitch. Right. Cause I'm not paying you $90 to bring my jacket on the plane. You got me. I'm just not gonna do it.
Right.
I can't see. In order for me to do something, I have to visualize myself doing it. Right, if I don't see myself doing it, I don't care who you are. It's nothing shaking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a lot of motherfucking money for a jacket. Fuck that shit.
And it's principle. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man, cut it out. Cut it out, man. And you so much of an agent right now. Was she a sister? She was like Puerto Rican or something.
Okay. Well, they consider
close enough. You are cousin.
They consider black.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
I dare you do this. Right. But you getting commission per bag. You try. Right. You know what I'm saying?
You just on the clock, baby.
Like, come on.
Stop playing. So I do understand that part. So it's one other question I got. So we was informed that you're a diplomat, correct?
Yes.
All right. What do you know about Moors and
Of course.
Yes. Okay. Mm-hmm. How different is the process to become a diplomat and a Moor? Because I know Moors renounce their citizenships, and they have a lot of similar advantages to becoming Moors or being. I can't say becoming because they already are that.
Exactly.
But they have a lot of similar advantages to renouncing their citizenship. What I'm saying is the process different, and what's the different benefits of it?
I would say our process is different, but similar. I would say it's different because our scope of focus is different. A lot of the Moorish communities and sovereign communities and stuff like that, they seek status correction, and I want to correct this, and my all that's in relation to like the government name. You know what I'm saying?
They want their money and all
we
that
don't,
shit, yeah.
the tribal members of the Malachian Empire, we don't even allow government names inside of our organization. You know what I'm saying? You gotta leave him outside. You know what I'm saying? So we have Neo and Mr. Anderson. And Mr. Anderson need to take his ass to work somewhere. We ain't got nothing to do with him. You see what I mean?
Right.
Now we're gonna take the information via application, so we can have on record, the original legal person that you represented, for our safety purposes. You see what I mean?
Right.
But other than that, you come in with him, we lock him up, we build you a whole new you. A whole new legal person to operate out here in commerce. So a whole new private person to operate in the public. You see what I mean? So, which is a foreign vehicle. So we don't do a lot of the it's a lot different. Seamless process.
Yeah.
And I've done all that. You see what I mean? I've entertained all that stuff. The first 10 years I did. You see what I mean? So I'm not the guy that keeps on trying to force. I realized that, the information makes people crazy. You see what I mean? Right. It's like what's the definition of insanity when you try to keep trying to do the same thing over and over?
Same results.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized a large majority of the community is lost in space and stuck behind the pad. They keep on regurgitating what so and so said and so and so said. So it becomes like a religious type of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like where this shit ain't working, but we gonna keep on religiously trying because I'm not that guy. If it don't work, we need to change something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need to fix something. You know what I'm saying?
If it ain't working.
Yeah, I realized that we have a long line outside. Everybody keep trying to get through the front door. I had to remove myself from this line and just look and be like, bro, let's just go upstairs.
Right. Go to the back door.
Right. Outside the box.
So eventually,
but those are the people that's programmed.
Yeah. Eventually, over time, I guess a lot of the people in the conscious community realized we did that, right? Yeah. Because they started seeing us exercising and being actually successful at the mission and the goal and intent. Right. You know what I'm saying? And they started bringing their ass over there too. So the Malachian Empire is probably at least 50% Moorish Americans. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So but we are the tribe of all tribes. So we have many indigenous groups and non-fairly recognized tribes and stuff like that within the Malachian Empire to make a whole. You see what I mean? We don't create any separation of anything. You see what I mean? We even have some of our Caucasian brothers because I'm not colorblind.
That's right.
Our white friends have tools and resources that I need for my people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
So
it'd be smart not to use them.
I break a lot of the rules that people didn't understand why I did certain things. But yet we are the youngest and the biggest and strongest indigenous organization that's available right now. You see what I mean? And that's no cap until somebody shows something else. Then it's facts. You see what I mean? And that's just from the support of the people. Us implementing the proper systems. Creating the actual organizations, running actual businesses. Most of the people doing this shit don't know nothing about business, or government respect government, business respect business. True. You see what I mean? Everybody just doing shit, and I just want to be free. That's not how the reality of the world is. Do you think the United States government is a huge corporation that has a multitude of different departments? That has to have motherfuckers running the department. That means people have to be educated. Right. You see what I mean? And I still believe that we still need to be involved in some of these organizations, meaning that the rich and wealthy people purposely give birth to children to hold a seat at a particular office.
Right.
That's how they get their hands on shit. Yeah. That's how they can snap their thing and make a phone call.
Right. Yeah.
So we need to separate, but also integrate where it makes sense.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like they do us. You see what I mean?
Facts.
It's like that's how I'm playing the game. You see what I mean? So I have a strategic tactic on how to accomplish all this in real time while I still got smooth skin. You see what I mean? So I plan on enjoying the fruits of all the labor of this right now. You see what I mean? By just being able to see things the way it needs to be seen. You know what I'm saying? I'm not caught behind, I don't get trapped in any particular thing, any particular book. If it's a piece of information I need, it's gonna fall in my lap. If I get a book, I'll flip. I'll flip the motherfucker up, catch it, whatever pages land on. This must be what I need to know.
Right.
Exactly.
You see what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because that's the trap too. You got motherfuckers that got thousands of books. Well, I've read just like you ever had a debate or argument with like a college scholar or some shit like that. Yeah. They're always gonna bring up, I don't give a fuck.
You haven't been there.
You are educated fucking moron.
You want to know where that applied to me, and people might laugh when I say this, but you know the book Think and Grow Rich.
Yeah.
You read that book?
Yeah, I read it.
So
the audio. I listened
in the first chapter, he says. He says some people will get it right here and don't need to read the rest of his book.
Yeah, he did.
I knew what the fuck he said. When he said that, because he said I'm going to say what it is over and over and over and over.
Right.
I got in the first chapter. Right. I'm not reading the rest of this shit.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? All he's saying is, it's all about desire. It's all about wanting and putting the work in. Mm-hmm. And all the rest of that shit was fluff.
Yeah.
So when you said that, like, you just, you flip and you get, you don't need to read a whole fucking book to get the message.
And every time, it's not even meant to. The objective is to know the concept. If you get if I can teach you a concept, and apply a concept based on what you already know.
Right.
Oh shit! Oh, I get it. None of this shit is rocket science.
Yes.
Understanding information is like being a math professor. And what's the objective of math? Is to produce things to what? Its lowest terms.
Right.
You see what I mean? So if motherfuckers talk to you about some shit, I don't care what it is, and you be like, huh? That means the person that's delivering the message hasn't even. You see what I mean?
They don't even understand.
They're just regurgitating, repeating information. It sounds great. It's amazing.
Right.
Yeah. But what the fuck does this mean? How do we apply it?
Let's break it down.
That's the thing. I don't learn from memory. I don't learn from repetitive. I learn from understanding. Understanding.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. There's a difference. Yeah. Experience, yes, of course.
Yeah.
But my thing is, you could memorize something, and I can give you a test, and you can get 100.
Right.
But you can give me something. If I understand how it works, you don't need to teach me nothing else.
Exactly.
Because once I know that this does this because of that, I don't need to know nothing else about this shit. You give me a test on shit you ain't teaching me, and I'm going to know because I'm going to say, well, if this does that and that does this, then if you asking me that, then this means that and that means this.
Exactly.
Because if you learn shit off of understanding versus trying to memorize shit, you never go wrong.
Comprehension.
That's the biggest problem. A lot of people don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
Nah, they just memorize it.
Yeah.
Okay, so like
They're
you said, you work at a job, you stamping whatever they tell you to stamp.
Right.
If a nigga tell you, so with the thing you were stamping, what does it do? I don't know.
Because they didn't teach you. That's not your job.
Exactly.
And that's part of the matrix on how they even do.
That's
not
your job.
Exactly, it's not your job. It's separations on levels and stuff like that. Like I forgot what the documentary I was just watching, but that's how the corporations of so-called America are designed. You see what I mean? Where you would assume, like when you get into this legal information, you would assume your attorney knows this.
Right.
Your I've been at the round table with the biggest guys in Chicago or this and that different states, and I was excited like, oh, I really can, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Man, these motherfuckers looking at me like they ain't know.
They don't know.
I had to be like, never mind. You know what I'm saying? Right. But I had the experience because I thought they don't know.
It's who
not
they
meant
know.
for them.
That's why they there. They there because of who they know, not what they know.
An attorney and an attorney and a lawyer is taught statutes and policies, not law. The cities and the states operate off statutes and policies. That's not law, and they promote them to y'all like it's law. The law never really changed.
Right.
Look at do we get any revised copies of the Constitution?
We just don't know the law.
A couple amendments, but that's it.
Come on, man. It's all fool. And that's even if we gonna entertain the Constitution because people be contradicting themselves. like if you are more, and you're going by the Treaty of Peace and Friendship. That's your that's your law of the land. That's the law of the land.
Right.
You know. So all right, then we say, well, we have rights. You say it's the Constitution. I say, whoa. Now you saying which one is it? You know, the Constitution applies to you while you within the status of a citizenship within the Constitution. Right. You know, but it's neither here nor there unless it actually applies to you. Same thing with anything. But any body of law you can adopt at any time to serve your best interest. You see what I mean? And that's the secret behind everything. You know, it's a whole bunch of laws, statutes, and the contracts. Everybody has to have some type of understanding of contract law. That's a necessity. Contract law needs to be in the household. Contract law, personal credit, business credit, trust and estate planning, life insurance, and now cryptocurrency. I don't give a fuck what anybody want to do in life. These are things everybody needs to have a general understanding about. Right. You see what I mean? Proof of a contract. Proof of how the government provides you with a so-called right, even though their rights is still irrelevant too, because ultimately you still have a God-given right. You see what I mean? They took the authority over you. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. They like, what gave you the power to govern me? You see what I mean? Facts. So it's still neither here nor there. But for entertainment purposes, if we took the Constitution and said, hey, we have a right to travel. Right? And we all know these basic rights because we had to take the damn test in 8th grade, right? In order to get to high school. Right. And which should have been a mandatory test to take during college when it actually applied to us. Right. In 8th grade, we didn't give a fuck about none of this shit they was talking about in social studies. All we did, every motherfucker wanted to remember and don't act like you cared. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't.
Right. Not that time.
Horrible. It was horrible.
You know what I'm saying? But they can't say we didn't give it to you though. Right. So that's the whole game. Ignorance of the law is no excuse. That's what they say. So you know your rights. Yeah, you have a right to travel. But it's a perversion in words. So you have a right to travel, but they say they try to make you get a driver's license to drive, to become a driver. So now you're operating in commerce. Those are two different things.
Yeah, that's an occupation.
Right. Now we up under the assumption based on how they teach us English. Right. You know what I'm saying? That driver, the legal class, but then they only gave it the Webster's dictionary, you know, not the Black's Law, right? They doing all legalese all the time. Right. So now we assume because of our education of language and these definitions that a traveler and a driver is the same thing, which is not. An automobile and a vehicle is two different things. Right. They have vehicle codes. Has nothing to do with automobile. Automobile is your personal possession. Personal possession, you see what I mean? Yeah. That's your private conveyance. You see what I mean? It's not unless you're, of course, an Uber driver, Lyft driver, cab driver. You're operating commerce during those times. Right. But when you're not operating during those times, you still have the right to leave him there, that legal person that's the operator, and still operate in your private capacity. And that's what we do. Right. So we provide your foreign international driver's license and driving permits. We provide your your travel identification, which everybody gets to inherit our tax exemption. So we got people that just came in, they going crazy. You know, everybody want money or to save money, so they going in buying houses, buying cars, tax exempt, saving thousands of dollars on stuff. You see what I mean? Right. So those are the benefits of becoming a member of the Malachian Empire. And then also, of course, we have different levels of people becoming ambassadors, people that are people of influence that help us bring and build the community and build the network and stuff like that. You know, those people pretty much get gifted whatever. We take good care of our ambassadors. You know, so those are the people that have to get the badge and all the other good stuff, the diplomatic IDs and stuff like that.
Diplomatic plates, stuff like that.
Yeah, you become a diplomat of the foreign organization called the Malachian Empire. See, people assume diplomat. They only think of United States diplomat. Right. No, we're not. We're not affiliated with the United States. You know what I'm saying? We're not affiliated. We are classified as a micronation. A micronation is a nation inside of a nation. You see what I mean? And a nation, by classification, it's a body of people that have the same collective. You see what I mean? Now, when we go into our purposes of going from state to state and accumulating unincorporated territory. Key word, unincorporated territory. Now I'm on my Christopher Columbus shit. Right. So I'm like, I don't give a fuck if a parcel of land is this big as this table. I'm gonna plant my fucking flag in a mailbox.
It's mine.
Right.
When we going?
That was
I get it.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's legally
that's
good
your
enough.
Address now.
You see
and
what I
it's
mean?
not of the United States.
And we're gonna incorporate it. So now we have the nation called the Malachian Empire But now we have the Republic of Malachi, which defines the actual territory, right?
Right.
It's two different things. You know, I love when people stay on the inside and they try to study us from the inside. I'm only gonna give out certain shit here and there, anyway. Right. I'm never gonna tell absolutely what the fuck the plan and how we move and how we moving to the public.
Say it out loud.
I love when the people look from the outside, you know, and be like, "Oh, I know what you're doing. You will never fucking figure it out. Cut it out, man." You know what I'm saying?
People love to try to do that.
You know,
but you know, it's a lot of people that does that is doing similar things for different reasons. Like before you came, I was explaining to them, you know, in Pennsylvania, we have people call it Kresge's, right? And they call it Kresge land. So they own a nice little piece inside the Pocono Mountains, right? Their lands were paved and everything. So when you're driving through, you don't know when you enter Kresge land. You understand what I'm saying? But the police can't pull you over in there. Nobody, you know, it's their actual property, but there's houses on it. People live on it. You know, they allow people to, you know, do whatever they do, but they own this whole nice little piece of land, and it's their last name, Kresge land, and these are some rednecks who ride around in pickup trucks.
That's how you do it,
and do their thing. You
That's
know what I'm saying?
See, what we're doing is not new up under the sun. Except us, especially the melanated, we can't. That concept doesn't really sink in, hit home. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Look, we happy to have just general real estate. Right. You know what I'm saying?
I own my house, nigga. No, you don't. Your house is on their land.
We don't own a motherfucking thing. We don't own a motherfucking, and not knowing that they sold you the concept of ownership, which was an illusion. Right. With ownership comes liability. Name me one wealthy person that brags about owning a particular thing. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Right. Go to one of these buildings or whatever. Go to one of the Trump Towers. Go to the Secretary of State website. This is public information, right? Look up the Trump Towers or look up whatever. Find their name somewhere in the Articles of Incorporation. Yeah, but we tend to, when we start businesses, we put our fucking home address, our cell phone numbers, our house. You know,
their corporations own their corporations, and they trust own the other corporation that own the corporation. They break it up, break it down.
Nothing control everything. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. There's always another legal person that's created to operate because they know the world of illusions. The United States is a piece of paper. The United States is literally a piece of paper, right? As far as the corporate body. It started as a piece of paper. They need to turn you into a piece of paper in order to operate with you. They need to turn you into a corporate fiction in order to operate with you because the dead can't operate with the living, right? So they have to turn you into a corpse or a corporation.
Oh wow.
Right? So it's always a perversion of words, just like the truth always lies in front of you. Right? It lies and it also lies right in front of you, right? So it's just so many different things, but once we just able to see certain things, it's very simple. You know what I'm saying? To a certain, I believe like everything that's really been groundbreaking for me has been very simple. You know what I'm saying? It's just all about how I looked at it. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's the importance of removing yourself from. I don't want to be the inner circle. You know, I want to be outside of the circles. You see what I mean? Remove yourself on the outside or up. You know, just like on remember Avatar, that one bird. That everybody was scared of.
Yeah,
you know
this nigga got that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he never had to look up. So they realized that was one of his weaknesses. You know what I'm saying? So all you had to do was, levitate up off his ass and drop on his head. You see what I mean? Yeah. But imagine just being in that space. Just like I always get like a certain feeling anytime I see like a big ass bird, a hawk or an eagle or some shit like that. Just fly. I fuck around them to get into an accident. Just like I'm wondering what the fuck is he thinking right now? Like nigga, you just on top of the world.
Right.
Like that's the shit that motivate me. Like man, like you know what I'm saying? Like real like whenever you're hungry, I come eat one of these motherfuckers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know he's gonna find something dead on the side of the road.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody fucking with you. Right. You know? It's like damn.
Our mind is so big and powerful because I was just looking at the lifespan of animals. Like if I had to come back as an animal, the one that lived the longest was the rhinoceros. 70 years, our minds think different. Like,
but if you're gonna come back, I mean, you can come back as one thing short and go back and come back.
Man,
as another
it's
thing.
A bird. It's a bird that actually lived, I think, about 7 days.
7 days.
Like 14 days. Yeah, it's like what's the? Yeah, that's amazing to me. I'm like, it's some up with them. Type
I mean,
of
the
birds.
thing is this: if we gonna
days.
come back as other things and keep repeatedly coming back, I wouldn't mind being that bird for 7 days because you know what? That might be the most amazing 7 days you ever have in your life.
Right. It's
something got to be good about it.
I really think it's something deeper than that.
Maybe that 7 days lasts longer than we think because you gotta think about it. Our 80, 70, 80 years might be real short to a motherfucker who lives 1,000. You know, we don't know, but there's things out there that live longer, and they looking at us like y'all niggas get 100 years. That's it. I would fucking die
but for real,
if I only got 100 years.
I think that's the good thing. Like shit, that bird 14 days, you good and out of here. Because I mean, my biggest fear. I don't want to grow old. I don't want to grow old and just tarnish. Like, come on, take me out before I get to that point. I'm just. I could barely make it, barely breathe. You know, I got a tank.
Hey, there's 90-year-olds that's dancing.
Escape from that.
So it's up. But listen, it's up to you because there's 90-year-olds that's dancing.
Oh yeah, you right.
My grandmother, 85, 86, she running up them stairs. You need some socks? Hold on, she'll run up the stairs on you.
Yeah.
So you know, it's up to you.
You're right.
I appreciate the animals. What they teach us without even knowing, you know, based on showing us is their communication and connection with the earth.
What?
You see what I mean? How they just know. Like, did y'all ain't?
They know how to communicate with you.
Y'all just know when it's about to, you know, when it's coming. Y'all just know when to fly south. Y'all just know. Like, we gotta watch the news and shit like that. You see what I mean? It's like I'm inspired off of that. That's what you know what I'm saying? As far as with that species or whatever, you know. And I personally believe that and I don't like believing. It's like you either know or you don't know. But you know, until it becomes a certain, it's like I would like to believe that we had that.
We do
that automatic connection.
We don't need to learn anything.
Yeah, but like, over time, it's like
we lost it because of technology. We don't have it anymore.
I told my best friend the other day. I said, man, it's a lot of things that I know I was never taught.
Right.
I don't even know how I know this. Like I went through a whole little spiritual connection. And I don't even know how I figured it out. I don't even know what I was doing. I just kept saying, hey, I don't know what I'm doing. But I figured it out. And that was amazing to me. And that's when I knew, like, we don't really have to rely on man. Like, what we supposed to know, we're going to know. We're going to just know.
Yeah.
We don't have to be taught
There's
by
people
man.
that be like, oh, my joints is aching. It's about to... They know. You know what I'm saying? But the biggest thing I learned from animals that I love is how to deal with people. Because my thing is this, right? You know, the problem with people is once a nigga do something wrong to you, you want to cut him off.
Right.
My thing is you
animals
got snakes.
Forgive.
No, hold on. You got snakes, you got horses, you got rats, you got all types of animals.
Right.
The animal is going to be themselves. When an animal stops doing what they do, if a snake stops biting and starts standing up like a human, something wrong.
Right.
So if I got a friend who I know does this, why would I expect anything else from him?
Right.
If you a thief, I ain't gonna leave you in my house alone. But I tell you this, that don't mean you ain't gonna be my friend. I just know not to leave you around my shit.
Exactly.
When you start, if you a snake and you start acting like a snake,
I just gotta handle you like a snake.
I'm not gonna be calling you like, yo, you know this nigga did. You should be looking at me like, nigga, you knew he was a thief. What the fuck is wrong?
Exactly.
He's just being who he is. A snake gonna be a snake. A frog gonna be a frog. And I realized that certain people are who they are. Once you realize that, treat them accordingly.
You can probably categorize them. Period.
Put them where they need to be, and everything could be harmonious. You feel what I'm saying? I could take my wolf with me when I need a wolf,
and it's like,
but I ain't gonna have a wolf in my house.
Right.
It's like it's the proper management of people, because I was just telling this story like I had some of the wildest friends, you know what I'm saying, like wildest, like best friends or whatever, like brothers or whatever. Like I don't have friends, I either have brothers or nothing, you know what I'm saying? That's my thing.
Right.
You know, so we God brothers, God sisters, whatever. So it's like, you know, but I used to think like I always had these high energy, crazy loose cannon dudes, like, and they'll be, you know, always tell you the wildest stories on what they do to other people and stuff like that. And it's like I can't even, like, me thinking, I think of it, right, but I go through that phase. Put it like this: I'm not finna befriend a killer if that ain't ready to kill. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like I'm already knowing to go. Like but some people might do that for the sake of protection. They might keep certain dude, but then the table slip on their ass, and now they get bullied by it. See, that's not. It's never gonna have a story like that,
right?
Because I'm always gonna be that guy. I'm attracted to the beast in you because I'm that too. But facts. I'm just, whatever. So I'm always can understand the animal. Like you said, I understand, and I think that's where the respect comes from. Because they have to respect you a certain way. Right. You see what I mean? In order to not even try you like that. You see what I mean? you know how deep it gets? That's why the lion could be around hyenas and different animals because they're not going to try him. Mm-hmm. But a fucking deer or gazelle can't hang around no hyena. Even if the hyena likes him. You could like you, be cool with you, but at some point if you get hungry, he's going to eat you. Right. Yeah. Right. But a lion... that hyena, that wolf is never gonna try to turn on that lion. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Not just one of them anyway. So I get what you're saying. I got niggas like that too that I be around that niggas. Yo, why you hang with him? You don't think he gonna try you? No. No. The first thing. And if he did, I've already been in that fifth dimension. We already been there. I done dealt with it 12 times. That's why the only time I cut somebody off really cold turkey. Well, I protect my space anyway. Like you can have, like I said, the multitude of different circles. There's only a few people that is like in the very that circle right there. He's one of them, right? It's like she's one of them. It's like ain't too many people in this space type, right. You know what I'm saying? Right, so anyway, but a lot of acquaintances and affiliates and stuff like that. But my thing is, my objective is, in a relationship, any relationship, is to get that person to know me as quick as possible. I need you to know me. Right. I need you to know me. Yeah. I need you to really know me. You know what I'm saying? And so now a person might think that might be risky, right? To a certain degree, because you got to reveal certain things or whatever. But I'll do that purposely to kind of see what you're gonna do with it. Right. Like you give somebody something, right? Yeah. Like why you give? I want to see what you're gonna because I got bigger plans for you, right? I want to see what you're gonna do with this. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. But now in their mind, they might think like, oh, he just gave me all the game. Right. Nah, nigga. I gave you a part of the game. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I want you to think it's all the game. Right. To see if you're going to try to run with it. You know what I'm saying? To see if you're going to move different. It works. You know how many people cut themselves out like that? Period. They hang themselves every single time. Period. It's amazing. I was looking for it. A lot of them. I feel you though.
They cut all the way 100%. Down. Mm-hmm. All the way out. Cut themselves out.
So let me ask you this. So the music that you're pushing now, is it pertaining to what you're pushing outside of the music? Like, is it conscious music? I cannot, as a man, as a spiritual being, a spiritual person, everything is connected. I can't write nothing that don't apply to what's going on. Okay. I can't. You know what I'm saying? Just like he was talking about Kodak Black or something the other day. He was like, man, no, Kodak, man, no. I'm like, yeah, I hear you, but I have to respect the person as a person. I respect you as a man to listen to you in my car and bump your album. Shout out to the nigga, but I just can't do it. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't spit real bars not being a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like I don't care. It's like people like Nipsey or whatever like that. I'm not really like a West Coast type of rapper type of dude like that. I mean, people that's cold. That's not like my cup of tea. But I started like really liking his music more and respecting because I found out who he was as a person. Right, you see what I mean? Right. I'm looking for the person. The lyrics was real. I'm looking for the person. I'm listening to the person, and I know when this person is speaking to me, it's safe to allow their message. Right. To seep through my mind, through my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Right. Because that voice is a resonate. It is a vibration. It is a frequency. People don't think them words ain't doing something. Man, right. Shit. Exactly. Hey, when I was only driving around as a shorty listening to 3 6 Mafia, what you think I was doing in my life? It wasn't good. You see what I mean? It was what 3 6 Mafia was talking about. Bruh, ski mask over my skull, players from the south. Like, it was like, dude, way Speaking too much. To your spirit. You need balance. That's when I started, appreciating, the art of silence. Right. You know what I'm saying? Right. All this fucking noise. Some people can't even fucking... they would fucking go crazy if they was in a room of silence by themselves. I love silence. By themselves. See, you want all this noise to try to distract you from yourself. From your truth, from your own fucking thoughts and just killing you. I love solitude. Only solitude I don't like is jail. But anytime I go, I take advantage of it. That's right. You read. Pick up that book.
Oh yeah, so go ahead and there's a lot of time alone.
Them walls talking in Fulton County. I don't know about that.
We're gonna pull that link up.
I'm ready.
Is this your video?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna let you.
She be trying to sneak my. I wasn't trying to sing y'all no music.
Yeah, we want to see.
Go ahead and give us the
Yeah,
whole
I'm dying to see.
Remember, our kids learn through music. So
That's
we
right.
Put a little music with it. You know, they gonna be singing in the class.
I've been having people just ask me. I'm like, and I really appreciate that. Like, dude, when you gonna put out some more? Like personally, like so. Yeah, that's the motivation I need.
Introduce it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. Before we do this, I'm the same because I'm 43. Been rapping since I was 13. Had deals with Motown, all types of shit. But you get to a certain age and you just feel like, you know.
Exactly.
But I also feel like it ain't enough people doing age appropriate music.
Exactly. Right.
And there ain't enough people doing music
to
for
the point
people.
They don't know the difference. They don't know the difference between, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. a nigga our age, well my age, I don't know how old you are.
Right.
A nigga my age doing music for kids, which you shouldn't be doing.
Exactly.
You should be doing music that somebody my age could ride around to, and it should still sound good, but still, you know, talk about what we talk about. You know what I'm saying? Or what we live in.
Show me your growth.
Facts.
Bro, you know how good I feel to see like the legends that first of all, they not getting old. You talking about Nas, you talking about Jay, you talking about the Locks, you talking about Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Right.
You talking about I'm like, see, you gotta have that certain spirit to even be able to make it through that wave that, you know, having 10 years off and fighting through being relevant and still being, you know, true to y'all. It's like I'm like, see, when I seen them come, I'm like, all right, I gotta get my ass back together.
Yeah,
Man,
I got a song
Bobby
with Busy
Brown
from back in the day.
concert,
Busy Bone?
I just went to Bobby Brown concert, man.
He still sliding?
Boy, he was out of breath. He didn't care. He knew everybody know he was old. He was just, but it was an amazing show. Like it was, they put on. So,
y'all ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
I don't even know which one he playing. Whatever.
It's Darkness and Light.
Oh shit. Okay.
Oh yeah.
It's
shit.
Let's
do it.
Introduce that for us, brother.
All right. So the concept of the song is that you got to go through the darkness in order to see the light.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
I'm only half a man. You know I'm only half a man. Baby, since you've been gone.
Bello on the beat.
Since you
Hulk Hogan, bitch, I'm slow motion. Niggas in the rap gang fuck with no lotion. Bitch, nigga shit is what I'm not smoking. Niggas with that comedy shit, I'm not joking. Psycho, yeah, I might hold. Don't let your mind write a check for your life, ho. I get it cracking from the sun to the night, ho. I turn a nigga from a man to a dyke, ho. Game time, my nigga, the game over. I take my time to aim at a lame shoulder. Don't aim for the fame, just aim for your lane, soldier. Even though I changed, I'm still the same soldier. No medication can ease that pain over. I bring the pain to your brain like a hangover. Bitch. Y'all niggas ain't even ready, nigga. Race.
a man, I'm only half a man. You know I'm only half a man.
Training wheels off, time flew by. I've practiced long enough. It's time to ride. Hello, future. Farewell, my past. Wish me your best. Wish me your best.
I say out with the old and in with the new. It's more colors to choose than black and the blue. I remember way back all the sacks that I blew. Bottles of yak and getting slapped with the crew. About to book a flight round trip to Peru. Bounce around getting paper like a kangaroo. Most thought I wouldn't blow, but I knew that a real man don't say it if it ain't true. Now I puff, but I don't smoke if it ain't blue. Times hard, can't get help from those that's around you. Now you rich people sick and they stick like glue. They wanna get mad and they wanna fight you. I'm thinking if I wasn't here, what would life do? I guess it'd just be people like you. My future got my back, but my past ain't fucking. Nah, might be because my past ain't fucking. Nah.
Training wheels off, time flew by. I've practiced long enough. It's time to ride. Hello, future. Farewell, my past. Wish me
it's about.
I feel so much freedom in that music. It's a lot of freedom.
So you was in Vegas and shit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So when you recorded it, when you shot the visual,
Man, I think we did that. It's still unreleased 2 years ago.
yeah, that's your production team.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Shout out to Ross Media.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
This bro T came out the woodworks trying to support. Like I say, man, love. So shout out to bro. What's your IG, bro?
Left side, left side, YO.
He coming out with the
Left
what camera
side,
is that
YO.
right there?
Black Magic 6
Got-
Pro.
Okay,
Oh, yes,
out here.
sir.
So he's straight. He from Atlanta. He out here. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes,
so
sir.
Ross from Chicago. He's actually out here too. So I got two gunners.
Okay.
You know that's out here. So yeah, but I've been with Ross Media for a long time. You know how you kind of stick with people that understand
Right.
your craft.
Right.
So on the video side,
You ain't
that's
gotta
been
talk about
that's
nothing.
been
He
him.
know what to do.
And shout out to my cousin Peso and my guy bro Cheese or whatever, as far as on the music side with my engineering and production and stuff like that. So everybody been trying to get me back in the lab. I just need to feel it.
Just got to do it, man.
Yeah.
Your music good.
It has to have purpose,
Some substance.
And intent. It's like like rappers don't know you're responsible for the shit you say. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's like on what it does and how it influences. But it's like, and when I do it, I don't want my shit to be lame either, right?
Right.
So I still want to show them like shit still can go either way.
Right,
You see what I mean?
right.
But
Bro, you spit a whole album tonight. You got a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You spit a whole
Absolutely.
fucking album tonight.
Yeah.
So you have a lot to talk about. It's just sometimes you gotta realize, the message that you're trying to deliver, like you said.
Right.
The best thing, I had I don't know if you know who Young Lord is. He's a producer. Young Lord produced a lot of he was one of the hitmen with Puffy. He produced a lot of Beyonce. He's still relevant.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to work on the album with him, I tried to do it. Give me some beats. Nigga said no. He said, we're going to think of the name of the album. What you want to name it?
Right.
Thought of the name. He said, now we thinking of the titles of the songs.
Right.
So we thought of the names and the titles before there was any music.
Right.
So that when we went in on the music, it
We
was
knew what
intentional.
I do the same. I do that. That's
so,
what I do.
Right. So the shit that you talking about, and you got a lot to talk about. So honestly, you got endless amounts of music with the shit that you know. That
I think
you
that's
talking.
part of my problem. I think that's a little bit of it. But I have that same concept. So usually, if I fight, it's the beat first. I gotta use particular beats.
Right.
I learned that the hard way because I'm like it wasn't catching or whatever. But if I find the beat, I can immediately start writing to it, and then I like I said, got the name of the song, and I do the cover for it. I do the art. Once I see the visual of the artwork, and I put it out, I put it out. It's over. I can finish the job. But now shout out to Cheese. Now if I record this song, and I did my job as far as on the production, as far as delivery and stuff like that. Which it could be kind of tough. You taking, I take off a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm not as fluid delivery wise as I used to be. So it's like, one of my cousin them would tell me like, man, just the preamp wasn't warmed up or some shit like that. I'd be like, just do one more time. I'm like, bro, I can't do it again. I'm not doing. I can't. It's like, especially if I know, I express myself honestly to the best degree. It's like it's there. Like we released a song and I told him like sometimes the rawness of it is special.
It's good, definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Can't go back and redo it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and in the mix you can fix all that.
Yeah, as a producer, we get because I got about 10 years in production as well.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Engineering, I do mixing and mastering.
We become addicted to perfecting. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So it's kind of hard. You know. Now, can you rap on your own beats?
I don't make beats. I mean, I do engineering like mixing and mastering. The few beats that I have made in my lifetime is the beats I can rap to the most for some reason. For me. But they wasn't good beats.
Okay.
Let's be real.
It
wasn't good. That's why I stopped.
I haven't been able to rap on my own beats yet. I think it's so much that goes out of me. Doing the production. I'm the same way with the beats.
Right.
It's like something made me feel better. Somebody just said, listen to that J Hood interview you just did. It was a snippet on Math Holla show. He was like. He was saying like he used to hate going to the studio with Jadakiss because he used to take forever to finish his verse, and I used to think like because sometimes it might take me a minute, or just making a beat because I'm so I'm too emotionally tied to the shit. You see what I mean?
Me too.
I'm emotionally tied to everything I do. It's kind of hard, some people could just boom take off or whatever, and it's like because they don't. it's an art of not giving a fuck. And I have to relearn that sometime and apply that at certain points while still being unique and authentic. But fuck all the inside voices in your head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, worrying about how I sound as I'm speaking.
Right.
All this other
But
shit.
you know, but I'm gonna be real because I'm the same way. That's why it come out so good. Listen to who he talking about, Jadakiss.
Right.
He the nicest one out of all them niggas.
So
why the fuck won't you take a page out his book?
I needed to hear that.
Yeah, bro. And you know who else I heard that about?
Who?
50 Cent.
Okay.
So they were saying 50 Cent was talking about being in the studio with Jay-Z. Or I think it was Jay. I forgot who it was. I think it was Jay. But it was nigga just came in, knocked the verse out. 50 Cent there writing, taking mad long. But that's why he sounds so good. He's so more than Jay-Z and most of these niggas. Jadakiss is the best one out of all of y'all in that camp. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm nice too. You know, I like your shit. You nice. So at the end of the day, it's like that's just being a perfectionist and making music. Right. It took me 6 months to write a song one time. Yeah. I kept going back to it.
Michael Jackson used to take a long time
to write a Dre shit.
Michael Jackson used to take a long time to write
I like to hear that too because he's my favorite artist. So at the end of the day, you feel me? Like
Michael Jackson had to sleep on
it. Your support team is a key point too. Honestly, maybe in the high school years, high school is easy for me because I didn't give a fuck about nothing but rapping. You know, I used to skip school, right? That's it. I'm gonna be a rapper. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck about life at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is it. You see what I mean? Right. You know, I remember I threw away my whole bedroom set. I was, of course, still staying with my father, going to school. I'm going to Hyde Park at the time. Yeah. And, you know, I'm like, to me, I'm like, you know, I'm showing inspiration to go to my dreams and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I got the fucking drywall on the goddamn 88 Oldsmobile driving back to the crib. I threw dresser, bed set, everything is in the trash outside. Look, I'm gonna build the studio in my room. My father came. Keep in mind we stay in an apartment.
Oh
my
shit!
My father came like, man, what the fuck is you doing? I said, wait. He say, man, we're in an apartment. He flipped. We in an apartment. We came outside. I said, man, all my dreams down the drain. 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? So, but
bring that shit back inside.
Literally, bro. Right. You know what I'm saying? But I had my people. That's all we did. So we pushed. We inspired each other, whatever like that. And then the rappers was different back then anyway. Like we could have 50 of us in the camp. Everybody was unique.
Right.
Everybody knew each other's words.
We tried not to sound
Everybody knew each other's bars.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It was way
that was
different.
inspirational too.
I
can't wait to hear your rhyme.
We wasn't no
I can't wait to hear what you wrote.
It was competition, but we weren't no haters.
Right,
you know
no
what I'm
haters.
saying?
Right. And like you said, everybody's style. Niggas wasn't trying to be like each other.
Nah.
This nigga around totally different from me, but we both killed it.
But I was just about the rhyme scheme then. I used to rap a little bit like Twista. You know, I could spit 100 bars straight. You see what I mean? But it was just about the rhyming aspect or whatever. Like, it was some serious talk, but like I said, without the accountability of a lot of different things. So now it's like, you know, and then delivering the message as far as the, you know, the information and knowledge and stuff.
Deeper.
You know, I don't get... You know, haven't got much support on that, so that kind of fucked me up as far as motivation wise. It's like, and you know, shit like that. You know, I play that, so shit like that, where I listen back and be like, you know, I was spitting on that. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, but I'll get like a basic like. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, cause that ain't.
You know
that person ain't your audience. That person ain't your audience. That's
exactly what it is. But that ain't your audience. Yeah, they want the booty shaking. They want the club.
That ain't your audience.
But that's who you typically go to first, right?
They don't do that conscious music.
I can see that on the movie. I can see because I'm a producer. I do movies, so I can see that on the movie. It's a lot of freedom in that music. So, like you said, you got to get your audience.
Right? Target your audience.
That's the thing. Like, you know, I realized my Instagram. It's not for my music. Right? The people that fuck with me on Instagram, they don't fuck with my music. Right. I could post a picture, I'm gonna get mad likes, mad da. Right. If I post a clip of a song, it's like,
Right.
Niggas act like they ain't see that shit.
Right.
But it's like, but then I got mad fans in real life, people that fuck with me.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like, and then when I think about, man, I ain't doing this no more. Man, people, oh, what you mean you ain't? Now y'all want to chime in. But what happened when I played the goddamn song?
Right.
The thing is, I realized that, you know, the way whatever you built up to what you got, it might not be about the music. You just got to build that up differently.
And then, you know, sometimes it ain't even that. Like, what you thought people saw, they didn't see it at all. I had somebody that said, you and your wife still together? I saw your ex-wife on your new video. I said, new video? I said, man, I've been tagging you in this video for a year. She ain't never saw it, so that made me just realize, man. Yeah. When you look at the numbers, bro, too. A lot of times people ain't seeing that shit. You think they seeing it, but they ain't seeing it.
Or they halfway paying attention.
Or they halfway paying attention.
I do that all the time. Like what I do is that I kind of hold stuff on the shelf, like record labels do albums and stuff. So I'll have stuff already done where I can take time off on different things and drop it, and people think it came out of nowhere. Right. But it's like I always got some shit on the stove. I'll wait to put out with anything. Put out, you know what I'm saying? Before I reveal a certain new development or something, like because I always want to be ahead. You know what I'm saying? I always want to be ahead. Just like,
proper preparation,
like they say with technology. Whatever technology that they give us, they didn't had we 10 years behind at least.
Facts.
You see what I mean?
That's a fact.
So that's how I stay ahead.
Oh yeah. Like I said, 5 P's: proper preparation, prevent from poor performance.
Exactly.
So, shit, as long as you prepared, you ain't gotta worry about it, man. Mm-hmm. But man, it's been an absolute blessing, man. We really appreciate you coming through, man, blessing us with this knowledge.
Period.
Hey, it's a good interview when I forgot I'm being interviewed.
Right. It was just like having a conversation.
This
because
what I be looking for.
These are my type of conversations. I could be in the club. I'm in the corner talking about the shit that matters. I don't give a fuck. Don't let this shit. I call myself a sheep in wolf clothing because I'm always tapping into spiritual things. Exactly. So that's when I knew, like, once I realized you was on the spiritual, a different frequency, I knew I ain't had to do too much research because I was, pretty much interested.
See, that's what I was talking. See, she'll tell you, like, people ask me the same questions the same way, and just and it kind of be like dull because it doesn't really pull out the person.
Right.
It's like,
right.
And it's like, I thought, like, man.
That's why I paused it for a second because
it's like a scripted interview.
I felt like there was things that I wanted to know, or things that I felt like if I didn't know, I would want to know.
Exactly.
That's why I was asking certain questions. I feel you know what I mean.
Exactly. So what it is you want to lead before we close out? What would you like to lead the people with? What would you like to lead the audience with?
Well, first of all, shout out to Black Ink Radio for having us. Shout out to my PR, Jessica, Empowered Inc. Shout out to my brother for coming out here, G Wiz. Shout out to my new ATL, Gunner man out there. Give me your IG one more time, bro. Left side, yo.
Left side, yo.
I appreciate the support, because in the arena that I'm in, you got to kind of make it first before people support you.
Right.
It's just like we're doing some groundbreaking things that that people act like they really don't see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But they know what we're doing.
Oh,
so people kind of halfway support or wait till it's just like, or ride the fence or whatever. But so we gotta come and come hard or whatever. So we like, the opportunity with people that allow us to have the platforms and stuff like that to be able to spread the message, spread the word, and give us the opportunity to enhance the consciousness of the people.
That's right. That's right.
Well,
What It Takes on Black Ink Radio, we definitely behind you, man. So how can the people get in touch with you, man, if they want to go ahead and start to grab those identification cards and just really just tap in and dive deep with you? How can they connect with you? How can they get in contact with you?
Yeah, a good way. I wouldn't say the best because IG will take my page down because they just took my page down a few months ago. So they deleting niggas and shit.
Oh wow.
But yeah, they got scam artists and drug dealers and all type of shit freely, using the app, but whatever.
Oh yeah, but, how that's gonna go.
But they, like I say, follow me on IG at Hellrazor. That's HAIL LORDRAZOR. But definitely go to the actual tribe's website at the Malachian Empire.world, and that link is in the bio. It's highly recommended that you guys register, become members, even if you guys sign up for the free membership just to get in and get in the network. You know what I'm saying? Once you get in the network, that's step one. You can always evolve from that, and then we run that shit. Instagram don't run that, Facebook don't run it. That's our own shit. So I always knew to have my own shit. That's know what I'm saying? Because I knew the puppet master was gonna try to take shit when he feel like, I'm telling motherfuckers about the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, you a threat.
Like we here. Yeah, we here. Like hold on, this motherfucker using our people to start a nation.
That's right. You a threat, man. You a threat, man.
Right.
Hey, but
it's funny.
Hey,
they can't stop us though, because want to know why? See, I'm the guy that they want to keep me alive, right? Because they don't want no smoke on the spiritual side.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so all they can do is try to block me and stuff like that. They know exactly who I am, and they know we coming.
Oh yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
It's a different stroll, man. When you know that you got that power that you was pretty much born with, you carry yourself different. One more thing before we slide up out of here. I remember, going in front of a judge, and this was probably the meanest judge in this district. Like, man, they say don't have him. He gonna nail you to the cross.
You was in Chicago?
I was actually in Alabama.
Oh, no,
I was actually in Alabama where they nail you to the cross for a ticket. So
Especially
anyway, I had right. So anyway, I had prayed, because I'm very, like I said, I'm very, very spiritual being. So I prayed about it. I really just just went in there and just dealt with it, whatever, because I knew whatever choice he was gonna make, it wasn't his choice. It's whatever was gonna meant to happen. So I carried that on me, and he was blowed. He was blowed away to where he gave me, I think he gave me 6 months in time served, and I had to did 6 months. And he hadn't gave anybody any time served. He gave one girl 2 years starting that day, and she had been in there 2 years. Damn. I was the only person he gave time served because he was like, "Look, it looked like you ain't even worried about nothing." I remember every word he said, and I was just like, "Nah," because I'm not worried about you, sir. Like you don't have control over my life. You know what I'm saying? So. Definitely, you know what I'm saying? Once you tap into your power and you able to tote that, you hold your head a little different, and it's a lot of respect come from that. Like you said, they won't really deal with you because they know who you are. Right. They will only try to scare you away, blow you, but yeah, man. So again, man, I appreciate you, man, for coming by. We out. Peace.
You are now tuned in to Black Ink